You know how other people are like, make sure to hit the like button and then subscribe and all that good stuff. And we really appreciate it. Help the channel grow.
Don't like that. It sounds so forced, and it's not nice.
It's like that they're only saying that in the beginning of the video, so it boosts the algorithm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey everyone!
大家好.
That was kind of fun.
That was fun.
So I hope you guys liked our last video on how to find the perfect girl for you.
Yeah.
Now, today, we're actually going to talk how to get them.
And that leads us to our discussion today, which is Asian dating versus Western dating.
Wow! And how different it is.
And how different
Apparently,
they are.
I did not know. I never got to experience like a Chinese date, I guess.
Yes.
Quote unquote Chinese date.
Yes.
But you got to actually live in America for at least a couple years and then do the typical American
Right,
dating.
so when I was in China, I did a bunch of the...
Okay, all right. We don't need to go into details about the dates. We just need small little things. We're gonna break it down for you guys into 3 parts.
Okay.
Before the date, during the date, and then after the date.
And we want you to answer questions
Because
to confirm everything that we're saying, okay?
Yes.
Because we're gonna keep asking you a lot of questions.
you guys gotta be ready for this, okay?
Yes.
This video is a lot of participation.
Yeah.
We need your participation. So starting off with the Western experience before the date. It's usually, how do I say? It's usually very short. Like the courtship is very short.
Yes.
It's
yes,
about,
absolutely.
it's probably talking to this person, maybe you met them online, maybe you met them in person, and you text or call, whatever, for maybe like 3 days. But usually...
And then you go on the date.
Yes, the date is already set up. Usually the guy is like, okay, let's go on a date in like a next few days.
All right, so correct me if I'm wrong here, but for Asians, you spend a lot more time before you even go on the date, just talking and mainly just texting, you know, just doing all that. Maybe you're on WeChat, maybe you found a girl, for some reason you added her on WeChat and you just start texting. I mean, you get to know everything about each other through text, and then sometimes, I'm not saying all of the times, you are actually boyfriend and girlfriend before you even go on your first date.
What?
That blows my mind.
Relationships in Asia are a lot more confession based versus dating based. Okay? Whether that is through texting, which, you know,
Classic.
hit the like button if you have
Confessed
ever
over text.
if you have ever confessed over text, which is the cringiest thing that you can ever do. But I've done that a couple times, and or through a love letter, okay, or through actual verbal face-to-face thing.
Which that would be so stressful.
It is an extremely stressful thing.
And I'll just keep it short and simple. That doesn't happen in America. Confessions are not really the big thing.
It's not really.
It's not like.
All right. The only exception is, would you go to prom with me?
Yeah, I think that's.
I think prom is like the big confession scene.
It's the big like, oh, this person does like me.
Right,
like,
right.
Me to prom.
Right.
Yeah. See, like if I talk to someone so much before going on a date,
Yes.
I'd feel awkward.
Yes.
I'd feel so awkward.
Oh, it's so awkward.
Is it? Because it's
It's
like
so
you're talking,
awkward.
like you have this I don't know, persona through the messages and like through your phone, but as soon as you meet in person, it's like...
so weird.
You're
It's
like,
so weird.
When we first met...
2 days.
We met on...
Yeah.
I love how you just keep mentioning Tinder. We talked for like, what, 3 days? And then you were like, date.
Yeah.
Summarizing before the date.
Before the date, the biggest difference will be in Asia, before you even go on the date, it's usually like you already know each other really well. In America, before you go on the date, most of the times you don't know.
You don't even know this person.
Yeah.
Which sounds awful.
You're
It's
banking on the first date to get to know each other.
You're banking on the first date. If you hit it off, good to go. Second date, if not, then usually someone just ghosts.
Yes.
And then it's just like, bye.
Yes.
So that's the first part. Done.
Yes.
You've talked, at least a little or a lot.
Yes.
Now we're on the date.
Now we're on the date.
Now we are on the date.
Now.
What do you do?
Here's where the first part actually kind of bleeds into the second part. In Asia, because you've known each other really well, when you set up a date, it's a full day thing. It's that you bring the day into the date. Usually, it's like, the way I like to do it at least, it's like...
Did, past tense?
Yes, the way I did it. Somehow that's worse. Like, if I say I would like the way that I would like to do it, it's like hypothetical, and then if I did it, you know? Tell us how you like to set up your dates. But
ask us on a date.
Let's
all right, guys,
do double dates.
In the comments, ask us on a date, and we will respond to you, okay? Whoever gets the best date idea,
yes,
you're gonna get recommended. We'll give you a shout out in the next video.
Here's what usually happens. It's like, all right, by the time you go on your first date, 50% chance you are already boyfriend and girlfriend. Like, you've already told each other, I like you, oh, you like me too, oh, okay. Like, 50% of the times that's usually how it goes. And then that first day, it's like, boom, meet at like 10 a.m. or like 12 a.m. or 12 p.m. Like, you meet at noon or something at like a mall, and then you just walk around for a little bit. You know, you walk around for a little bit, you hang out, maybe go on a movie, maybe grab some drinks, and then you go get lunch, you know, and then after lunch, there's like dinner. I mean, you just pretty much spend the whole day together.
When Mike told me that the first time, I was just exhausted when he just said it. Like, I could not imagine my first date being an all-day thing. I would be so tired. I'd be like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Yeah.
In America, first date usually is like at well, it depends on the person.
Yeah.
It could be at a restaurant, could be at a coffee shop, could be like a bookstore. Just
coffee is very popular these days.
Coffee is very popular. It's very quick. It's very like, all right, I met you, let's vibe. If not, bye.
Wow,
that's good, right?
Yeah, that was
bars. It's very like, all right, I met you, let's vibe. If not, bye. That was like an actual rap. Dates in America usually last maybe 45 minutes to 4 hours. And that's about it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I could not imagine planning an entire
Girls
day.
actually hate it when you plan something that's like longer.
That's too long. Yeah, if it's too long, oh my god, I'm so tired. Like if that's why a lot of people go on a lot of dates in America, because there's just not a lot of time to talk in the beginning.
No.
And so then the date happens, and then you're like, nope, don't like this person.
The failure rate of first dates in America and in Western world in general,
high.
it's like probably 80% or something.
Yeah, seriously, not all first dates are good. It's a joke, really.
Yeah.
A first date is
it's like whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't even like to go on first dates in America. I feel like they try to make it like, oh, we met at this party, that was the first date.
Right.
So it's like, it's a lot less pressure on the second date.
Right.
It's weird.
All right, so in America, what is usually the content of conversation during the first date?
During the first date, very simple stuff. Nothing too deep. It's just like, do you have pets? Do you have a mom? Like just a bunch of...
Are your parents still together? Yeah. That's a big topic in America.
50%, baby! 50%
it's like a
divorce rate. It's like...
flip of a coin.
Usually, if the person asking doesn't have divorced parents, the other person does. So nothing too deep on the first date. Usually very basic stuff.
Yes.
But on the first date in China, what do you guys talk about?
See,
if you've already know the basics.
If you already know the basics, and you've already developed a certain level of intimacy through texting.
Yeah.
Right? Then on your first date, then it's just catching up your verbal conversation to the intimacy of your texting conversation. So it is a little bit awkward, but then
it feels like IRL. It's not the, I don't know.
Like in China, they have moments, you know, they have WeChat.
Yeah, WeChat.
So like WeChat, when you build up your personality in WeChat.
So true.
You know what I mean? So when you're talking to someone, you're talking to this WeChat persona of this girl.
You're not talking
and that
to
girl
them.
is talking to the WeChat persona of you. So when you meet each other, it's almost like trying to verify, is this person as attractive in real life as they are in their WeChat profile.
So the first date, really, you guys are just like, all right, are you a liar? Like,
yeah, it's like
have you been lying
confirming.
this whole
It's
time?
confirming all the
Wow.
feelings that you've had. Like, are they still
Wow.
do they still exist once you see each other in real life?
So let's go on to the third part.
So
The steamy after the
yes,
date.
yes. So let's talk about physical contact first. Okay.
Don't do that. On the just slap them.
So
Make it
let's talk about physical contact.
Yeah, start with age, though.
All right.
Because, yeah.
All right.
Start with age.
So-
how do y'all touch each other?
Holding hand is a very big step.
On the first date?
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, you might not even hold hand. I mean, if you held hand on the first date, that's like
Fuck.
like
You-
yeah, so
Wow.
usually on the first date, there's no touching, which look,
touching. No
look,
touching.
I'm a toucher. Tell us.
Are you
okay?
a toucher?
Bruh.
That sounds so gross. Do you touch people? When's the right time?
When is the right time to start holding hand with a girl that you're dating?
So it's like freaking middle school.
Usually the progression goes holding hands, okay? And then maybe on the second or the third time that you went on a walk or something.
Ooh, a walk.
Yeah.
What are we, 40? Wow.
Then you hug. I know. Shivers. And then it's like kissing and then it's everything else.
And then
you know?
everything,
And then,
all the good stuff.
and then it's all the main stuff.
the main stuff you're all really trying to get to.
Yes.
Which is very strange because now let's talk about American dates.
Yes.
Honestly, I see a lot of first dates, or like on my first dates, you begin with a hug sometimes.
Yes.
Like you can
Oh.
begin, like you're meeting them, you're like, oh hey, hi, so good to meet you.
in America, the standard, and guys, correct us if we're wrong here. In America, pretty much the standard is on the first date, if you don't kiss, it's a bad date. If you don't kiss, it
Yeah.
usually means that it's not going anywhere. Usually,
Yeah,
usually.
Yeah.
Usually.
It's like a letdown if you don't get at least
It's a-
something.
it's
Even
a
like
let-
a peck
yes.
on like the cheek, or
Yeah.
like you just get like really close.
Yes.
If like they just are like bye, you're like, okay.
You're
That's
like,
it, you're done.
wow, like I really screwed up that date. Like if you don't get a kiss, you screwed up that date. That's usually how
That's it.
how the social expectation
sense.
is,
Yeah.
right? And the second date is usually when you're supposed to do stuff.
Start touching a little bit more. Like maybe you go to a club this time and you're kind of like dancing.
Yeah, you dance. And then usually the saying goes, the third date is when it happens.
Third date's when you seal the deal.
I should stop doing that.
Yeah, you should stop doing that. But
The-
yes, so that's typically in America.
The-
The third date is what you look for. If nothing's happened by the third date, that's when people start like
Yeah.
forgetting.
Yeah. So tell us, which system do you like better?
I'm now leaning towards China's way of dating.
Hope you guys like this video. Don't like it, like it,
it.
whatever you want to do.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.
Peace.